You know, I've never been much for shopping. In fact, I try to stay away from town. Except when shipping time comes, I ain't that easily found. But the day came when I had to go, and I left the kids with Mom. But before I left, she asked me, would you pick me up a bra? Well, without thinking, I said, sure. How tough could that job be? I bent down and kissed her and said, I'll be back by 3. When I'd done the things I needed, I started to regret ever offering to buy that thing. I was working up a sweat. I crossed the street to the ladies' shop. My hat pulled over my eyes. I didn't want to take any chances on being recognized. I walked straight up to that sales clerk. I didn't hem nor haw. I told that lady right straight out, ma'am, I'm here to buy a bra. From behind, I heard some snickers, so I turned around to see at least 15 women in the store. And they was all gawking at me. What kind would you be looking for? Well, I kind of scratched my head. I'd only seen one kind before. Thought bras was bras, I said. She gave me a disgusted look. Well, sir, that's where you're wrong. Come with me, I heard her say. And like a dog, I tagged along. She took me down this alley where bras was on display. I thought my jaw had hit the floor when I seen that lingerie. They had all these different styles that I'd not seen before. I thought I'd go plumb crazy before I left that woman's store. They had bras you wear for 18 hours. There was bras that cross your heart. There was bras that lift and separate, and that was just the start. There was bras that made you feel like you weren't wearing one at all. And bras that you can train in when you start off, when you're small. Well, I finally made my mind up. I picked a black and lacy one. I told the lady, bag it up, and figured I was done. But then she asked me for the size. Well, I didn't hesitate. I knew their measurements by heart. 6 7/8. 6 7/8. Well, sir, that really can't be right. Oh, yes, ma'am, I'm positive. I just measured them last night. I thought that she'd go into shock. I must have took her by surprise when I told her my wife's bust was the same as my hat size. That's what I used to measure with. I figured it was fair. But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, ma'am. All she did was stare. By now, a crowd had gathered, and they was all cracking up when the lady asked to see my hat to measure for the cut. When she finally got it figured, I gave the gal her pay, turned to leave the store, tipped my hat, and said good day. My wife heard the whole story before I ever made it home. She talked to 15 women who called her on the phone. She was still laughing, but by then I didn't care. Now, she don't ask, and I don't shop for no more women's underwear.